Hey everybody, I would like to do another video. It's pretty much another one of them miles per gallon. I've already done it. I'm not going to do the videos like TFL does where they fill up the truck again and do all that kind of stuff. Not doing all that. Just want to kind of give you guys my takes on what I just did. Right now it's reading, it was at 22 like on the dot. So it's reading 21.9. And just wanted to explain to you how I'm comparing this to the Hemi. I know there's a ton of variations when you talk about gas mileage. I mean, obviously, depending on what kind of city you live in, all that kind of stuff, whether it's hills, not hills. People don't really take that into account. Also, how many people you're driving around, how big you are versus somebody like me. I'm 400 pounds plus, so I'm big, and that's gonna, take a lot more gas than if somebody was driving this and they were 175 pounds. Maybe not a lot more, but it's gonna be more gas. Period. An extra 200-300 pounds it's gonna affect you somehow. So, now obviously you can have, me in here and I can have all my kids in here and that's going to affect it. So there's tons of different variations on how gas mileage affects, a truck when you drive it. This is a 2018 F-150. My Ram is a 2020, and just kind of doing a comparison. I've been kind of comparing a lot of different things. I've had this truck for now about a month and a half, and I got it at 26,000. I'm already at 28,000, and just want to give you guys some more information on the pros and cons, the differences that I can see between the two trucks. I definitely have more information because and I've been driving it for about, like I said, a month and a half. But as far as the gas mileage, see, I'm back up to 22. But like I said, I'm in the city again. It's going to go down. But one thing I can say, between this and the Hemi, this has a 355 rear end. The Hemi has a 321. Both are very, very, very similar. In I guess package. This is the XLT, I think 302 package. This is a sport. It's got the navigation, all that kind of stuff. The Ram is the Bighorn equipment 2 package. The Night Edition, that's the one I have. And pretty much the gas mileage on the highway, from all the stuff that I've gathered, it's about 2 miles, about 2 miles better in this than it is in the Ram. So that's my take. Give or take, it probably could be 3. Who knows if the wind's blowing, all that kind of stuff is a variable too. You could be going through against a headwind and it can literally make your gas mileage change because you're driving against the wind. But in my mind and all the information I've gathered, it is, and like I said, it says 21 right now, but that doesn't mean anything. It's going to drop down because I just got in the city, but that's the difference. The Ram, the best I've ever had it was 20 miles per gallon. I was doing like 75. This truck I was doing 75, 70, 75, same thing. And I end up with 22. So this is a little bit better. It's not a lot. It's definitely not what, from my experience. I can't speak on nobody else's, but me being a big guy, you know what I mean? It's definitely not, oh my God, so much better than they say it is, than the Hemi is on gas. Not even close. I remember in a couple of videos I did before, I also talked about the speed between the two. Like I went to Mexico and pretty much raced both of them against each other. And before, like I said, my conclusion was this one I think is a little bit quicker, 0 to 60, 0 to 70, right off the line. But from what I noticed, the Hemi kind of catches up to it I think the Hemi can hold more people inside and still move a little bit, you know. But obviously, you know, when you're racing anybody, the variables are going to be weight, you know. And I'm big, so I tend to lose a lot because, you know, uh, the weight is definitely is big, huge. You know, when I first got it, my like I said, my son, he's 200 pounds, I'm 400 pounds. You know, it's a big difference. But this truck is definitely that was something that didn't um, something that surprised me. It's definitely very powerful for such a small motor. Obviously, the turbos are going to help it tremendously. Amazing power for the size. It is. It runs right next to the Hemi, and if you're from the takeoff, it'll probably be a little bit in front. I mean, you know, and it's crazy for such a small motor. But like I said, back to the gas mileage. When I'm driving in the city, when you're driving the city, if you're in eco mode, you know, you're definitely going to see it's going to do better on, you know, on gas. It just is. There's no question. It's going to help you a lot. If you drive fast, you're going to notice the gas on this is going to really go fast. Like they always say, it's either eco or it's either boost. But what else? I would say before, when I first got it, my girl kind of showed me this. I didn't realize it, but man, she was right. You know, comfortability between this and the Ram. That's a big one. You know, that's a huge one. Comfortability. The Ram drives better. It's more smooth. I think it takes turns better. It's just a smoother riding truck, and I think it's very noticeable. I mean, a lot of people know that. I'm not telling you nothing. If you know anything about trucks, I'm not telling you something you don't know already. But it really is. With this truck, I would have to say the seats are better than the Ram if you're a big person. I can't speak on a small person. They might like the way the Ram seats are. So I can't speak on them. But if you're a big person, if you're, you know, high 2s, 3, I mean, like I said, I'm 6'3", so I'm not short either. So, and I'm big, you know. So when you look at it like that, the seats are more comfortable in here, you know. And my girl said the same thing. Most people that ride, they say the same thing. The seats are more comfortable. So that's another, you know, thing that I noticed is difference. Also, getting in and out of this truck versus the Ram. Being a big person, if you're small, doesn't matter. The front seat is definitely, and the front, like the doors are much easier when you have wide shoulders to get in and out of. By far, like you can really tell. I didn't know it that much until I actually kept getting in this truck, and I went and got back in the Ram. When I was in the Ram and I got in this, I was like, oh, you know, whatever. It's a little bit different, but not much. But when you ride in this and then you get back into the Ram, you're like, man, what the heck? You know, your shoulders are brushing up against the, you know. So that's another thing. Also, the back seat. The back seat in this truck is big. There's no question. I would be stupid to say that Fords do not make big back seats and big interiors, but it's not as big as the Ram. The Ram is much more comfortable on the back side, on the back seat is, without any question. So those are some of the things that I've learned and I've kind of figured out over time with driving it. For all over again, if I were to go buy a new Ram or a new Ford, which one would I pick? That's kind of still to come. You know, I'm still trying to, you know, get used to the difference. You know what I mean? This is quiet. It's really quiet. If you like quiet vehicles, my God, this is quiet. If you like a little bit of noise, that Hemi motor is going to give you that growl. So the Hemi, you know, the Ram really sounds better. I think the Rams look better. This is not the new body style. This is up to I think 2020. It looks like this. So I think the new Fords, they look okay, but they're just, to me, they're not touching the Ram. Ram is just the interior on the new Fords. They're definitely better. These interiors, you compare this interior to the Ram, it's not even close. I mean, this looks like a early 2000s body. I mean, it's just so plain. It's not ugly, you know. It's still a truck, whatever. But that Ram really is nice on the inside. So that's just my takes. Like I said, I'm not gonna keep you guys too long, but just wanted to give you an update later. Maybe the next video, next one after that, I'll tell you which truck I would pick if I were to have to go buy a brand new one or buy another one. You know, whenever I'm done with this truck or that truck, I'll let you know my next one. But it's definitely close, man. Both of these trucks are amazing trucks, and I think they're superior in my eyes to Chevy or to GMC. I think they're superior in every way. I know that 6.2 that they have in that Chevy, that's really powerful. But I'm gonna be honest, 0 to 60, this is quicker than that also. You know, it is. It's quicker than this. It just is. And this is only the 2.7. This isn't 3.5. This isn't the power boost. You know, and definitely the ride quality versus the Ram is superior. I will say the Chevys do look good. They're very nice looking trucks. But their interior is very small. You know, they still have these little tiny screens like this, like the new Fords. I mean, they're 12-inch screens now. So GMC and Chevy are far behind in my book. The 5.3 is, I heard, a pretty reliable motor, but it just, and I've driven it numerous times before I get ready. It's no power. You know, it's not even close to this 2.7. It's not even close to the Hemi. It's just doesn't have it, you know. So that's my take. I haven't really drove the Tundra. I tried to get in one. They're too small for me. Those are pretty much the only ones I already deal with. But that's it. Have a good day. And here I go driving around slow. I'm up to 22.3. So, you know, it'll do that if I drive super slow. You know. All right.